Doing the 1G to 3G 1978 F-150. Okay, here we got my 78 F-150. Can't really see it too well. There she is. So down here we got a inline 6 300, and this little baby is weak. So we're gonna be going through removing and putting in a 3G alternator, 130 amp. And I'm not an electrician, barely a mechanic, so welcome on my little journey. So here we got the old alternator, stock 45 amps or something. And this here's the 3G. You can tell that by these two holes that are inside these two spoke type deals coming out. So you got two holes here, two holes here, two holes here. The 95 amp has the 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 sets of 2. This thing, the old one, is ultra light compared to this one. I think I've seen it's like a 3 or 4 pound difference somebody put on. And this here is the harness I got out of the same one that donated the alternator here. So I got all these guys. Got about 10 foot of wire. Got a little fuse box. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it yet, but I know I'm not going to be able for this. They made me pull all the damn fuses out, but it's alright. I put them in my pocket. So anyway, there's that. And yep. I just ended up getting a pulley put on from an electrical shop that actually rebuilds alternators. I could have put a spacer in behind like how everyone was saying, but I figured why not go to the pros and let them do it for me. Get the right thing for the right job. This particular item is for my amp sub. I just taped up the wires and put them on the firewall there. And you can see it's just the basic connections that I pulled from that van or Taurus or whatever the hell it was. And so get in there and see. I had to do some trimming there. Maybe we can see it from the front. Oh yeah. Kind of see down in there. I had to trim that up. Down below, let's see, here's the best way. Ended up having to remove that clamp because it was hitting my hose here. So I removed the clamp, moved it to the side, and now I got plenty of room. Video verification here too. And it's basically my 3G install. I just crimped the lines together for now because I had a buddy helping me. I didn't really want to help, but I needed his help to drive me everywhere. And so I got it all hooked up, and I'm going to come back with a soldering gun and solder it all together. Okay, so here's the one plug that goes to the alternators, the big 3-prong. Here's the little guy, and then here's the yellow wire I loop back and I put onto the power. It goes to the voltage regulator or start solenoid. It's kind of loose, ain't it? Anyway, got that all together. This is the plug I unhooked from the other voltage regulator. You can see here where I cut the green wire. I left it on here. Cut the green wire, spliced it in, made my connection. goes down into here. I'm eventually going to put this in with the rest of my wiring harness and get rid of this kind of giant loop. Okay, so here's the connections coming off the alternator, and I think it is wisest to put the alternator in and then wire everything up. So you got the big 3-prong connector here. Comes out, you got a green with the red stripe, white wire, and yellow. That's coming right out of the connector there, as you can see. Probably can't because my flashlight's a little too bright, but there you can see all 3 colors. I've just taken that yellow one, looped it right back around, put a terminal end on it, and connect it down here to the power wire of the alternator itself. So that's on and good and holding. And then so the white wire goes right back into it, and this little guy, it'd help if I had the camera, right here in this little guy, I need a third hand, right there on that guy. And so then the green wire comes up through my little harness, up the firewall, through some stuff, and I put it over here where you can see I connected it off the voltage, the old school voltage regulator plug here, snipped it, put an end on it, connected it to the alternator back here. And then so I got my power wire coming up, got my mega fuse here. I'm trying to do it with this flashlight's pretty bright. If I hold it back, there, that's better. So you can see that. There's the green wire. I'm going to come back and I'm going to solder them in. I just wanted to get it hooked up, and kind of a pain in the butt due to the fact I didn't figure out this mounting thing. This mounting thing really bit me in the butt. Kind of see where I had to take a grinder and grind it out. I'm pretty handy with a grinder, by the way, as I am a welder. I also I got a bracket here, and then forward of it towards the radiator I got another bracket, the long piece, and so that's how that's all held in there. And so I ended up just skimming the front because there's a little raised area you can see right here. Here's the mounting ear, and then the fins come out, and so I ended up skimming where it was touching on the inside of the front bracket. You can't tell, but I did. Changed my belts, everything's good, and so now all I'm going to do, I just read some other things, put some never sleeves on bolts as I removed them. I put the 2 bolts for the old voltage regulator back in just in case I want to mount something. Thinking about doing the ammo can thing, but anyway, I'm going to run our ground wire from this guy somewhere on my engine. I heard that it's a good deal to do that. He said that really was impressed with it, so I think I'm going to do that myself. So that's what I know. If you got any questions, comments, feedback, see my oil leak, just let me know. I'll answer what I can, or